When you sign up for a sneaky link relationship, you gotta be aware and be careful, and you gotta protect yourself, man and woman. Because if you're going into an agreement with somebody that this is strictly about sex and it results in a child, the tables can turn, emotions can be high, and the generational curse repeats. Let's get into it. A lot of men do crash out over women that they're just sleeping with. However, it's a higher percentage of women because we're so emotional, because sex does release endorphins, because we're the ones on the receiving end of that. You know what I'm saying? Um, so when your agreement goes from sneaky link and then you have a child with this person, or you're expecting and you decide to keep the child, in your mind, even though you agreed to it on a sound mind, okay, well, this is strictly business. This is a sneaky link. We kicking it. We friends with benefits. We DTF. Don't ever forget that a big part of sex is for reproduction. So when you go into sexual experiences, you got to make sure that if you guys are not committed and if you guys don't respect each other outside of the bedroom or don't even talk or discussion or there's no relationship, that you protect yourself. Because these are a lot of relationships that a lot of people don't want to admit that their children were created in. A situationship, a fuck buddy is your baby mama or your baby daddy. A lot of people don't want to hurt their child in that manner. A lot of people don't want to admit that they really didn't care and they were careless with their body, reckless with their womb, and reckless with their penis. A lot of people don't want to admit that. They just want to act like all of a sudden these people changed, and a lot of people don't even get to know people. How can somebody change when you don't know them? So a lot of my young ladies in the black community, they have a baby and this person is not there for them. They're not supportive. They don't care about the child. They don't check on you. They don't check on the baby's progress. And as soon as you drop the baby, it seems like they're all of a sudden interested. And now you're like, no, when I needed you most, when I was hormonal, when I went through this alone, this is my first experience, or whatever number child you're on. This was my experience and I was alone. And I told you about my other experiences. Yada, yada, whatever the case may be, I was alone and you weren't there and you let me down. Now, for somebody that you were committed to, that was your man, that's a valid argument. I know this is going to ruffle some feathers, but I have to be honest and I have to be truthful because history keeps repeating itself too much for us not to be honest. If that was not your man and that was your fuck buddy, you cannot expect him to step up in that manner. But that's somebody that desires a family. A lot of people, they just want that dick. I'm being honest. A lot of women just want that penis. It feels so good, and just being sneaking around with somebody that you have no business sneaking around with. They probably broke there, but whatever the case is, when it leads to a child, it becomes your responsibility if this motherfucker don't care. We gotta get out the bedroom, get out our feelings.